everybody's doing well. Just want to take a little time to go over the PSA assignment and all that's going on with it, okay? I'm looking at for my student account, ladies and gentlemen, so it may look a little different than what you may normally see, but for the most part, it's pretty much the same thing. Everybody should already know that your PSA is going to be due in the coming days. It's going to be due on the 30th. And your treatment is due on the 10th. Screenplay and storyboard is due on the 20th. As well as on the 30th, you have to post your shot sheet as well, okay? So make sure that everybody is aware of that for now, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, the treatment is due on the 10th. Screenplay and storyboard is due on the 20th. And the public service announcement itself with the shot sheet is due on the 30th, okay? As you already know, you can find everything you need in the content folder, particularly good examples, okay? So let me take this time to kind of go over the PowerPoint presentation about what your PSA is all about, okay? So for the most part, ladies and gentlemen, the biggest thing that you want to know about a PSA is that a PSA is a public service announcement, of course, but it's not just any type of video. It's a video that focuses on a particular important matter. It could be drug abuse, it could be sexual harassment, bullying, cyberbullying, or any of those sort of subjects, ladies and gentlemen, okay? So what a PSAs are created to persuade the audience to take a favorable action. PSAs can create awareness, show the importance of a problem or issue, convey information, or promote a behavioral change, ladies and gentlemen, okay? So a PSA is any of those things. Where do you start first? The first thing you want to make sure that you do is that you choose a topic. Pick a subject that's important to you as well as you can visualize it. Don't try to create a topic that you not necessarily can create with your video, okay? Stay within your comfort zone, stay within your skill level, and try to create an important message that relates to an important matter that people need to be aware of and something that you can easily get done, okay? So keep your focus narrow and to the point. More than one idea confuses your audience, so only have one main idea per PSA, ladies and gentlemen, okay? So you want to make sure you pick one solid idea and you kind of focus on that one particular thing. Let's keep going on, ladies and gentlemen. All right. A PSA is only as good as the research and information provided into it, okay? There's no need to have falsifying information or anything that just doesn't make sense, okay? Make sure that the PSA is supported by solid research information that anybody can find out, okay? Try to get the most current and up-to-date facts on your topic. Statistics and references can add to a PSA. You want it to be convincing and accurate, ladies and gentlemen, okay? So if you want to do a PSA about the HIV rates in Georgia or in Atlanta, you want to make sure you have those exact numbers from the Department of Health, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure that you have accurate information as it relates to the subject matter, okay? All right. Next, you want to consider your audience. Are you targeting parents, teens, teachers, or other social groups? Consider your target audience needs, preferences, as well as the things that might turn them off, okay? These are the ones you really want to action, right into action. The action suggested by the PSA can be almost anything. It can be spelled out or implied in your PSA. Just make sure that your message is clear, okay? For class sake, ladies and gentlemen, for school's sake, you want to make sure that ultimately the person who understands your PSA is your instructor, which is myself, Mr. Tracy, and then your classmates, ladies and gentlemen, okay? You want to make sure that it's easily understood and that it's clearly a clear message, okay? So don't try to pick a topic that's hard to digest or hard to comprehend or understand. It should be easy and clear to process, ladies and gentlemen, okay? You want to make sure that you grab your audience attention. You can use visual aids and emotional response, humor. And when I say humor, ladies and gentlemen, I mean a very light sense of humor, okay? PSAs aren't funny videos. They're real serious, and they're trying to get people to be serious and understand a topic, okay? Or surprised to catch your target audience, okay? Be careful when using scare tactics. Scare tactics don't really work depending on the audience, okay? Attention getters are needed, but they should be carefully selected. So you want to make sure that you pick a topic that is good and gets people attention. And then the video should be good and get people attention. Look, ladies and gentlemen, the goal is not to create some type of magical expectation, ladies and gentlemen, whatsoever. But you want to make sure that your PSA is pretty solid with a pretty solid idea, ladies and gentlemen, okay? So, clear subject matter, of course. Clear statement of purpose, motivating and catching the viewer's attention, compelling text and graphics, and production and audience appeal, okay? The time is 3 to 5 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, but After thinking about it a little more, I'm going to drop it down to 1 to 3 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, for your PSA. So I would change that in the announcement, let everybody know that. But it'll be 1 to 3 minutes in your PSA rather than 3 to 5. If you choose 3 to 5, there's a chance, but 1 to 5 minutes is perfectly fine for your PSA. And of course, a clear and effective message. Okay. Some popular ideas that go along with PSAs can be drugs and alcohol abuse, bullying and cyberbullying, any form of domestic abuse, of racism, perhaps, any type of social media problems, or social media bullying, or social media anything relates to it, discrimination in any form of fashion, public safety, and of course, all popular voting and voting rights. Any of these topics can be appropriate for a PSA because your idea is to get people to understand the issue or be more aware of the issue or take actions against a certain issue, ladies and gentlemen, okay? So that's what you want to make sure that you want to focus on. So your PSA, like I said, doesn't have to be anything elaborate. Just a 1 to 5 minute long video that talks about any of these subject matters. And if these subject matters don't really meet to you, then you have a lot of other options that you can take, ladies and gentlemen. You're not limited to only a few options, okay? And if you look at some of these examples, ladies and gentlemen, you'll see that they all have a unique approach. I try to pick some examples that are pretty good. One of my favorites is number 5, ladies and gentlemen, the dangers of a desktop. And this one pretty much talked about a kid who got on the computer, ladies and gentlemen, and then to his own not doing, found out about stuff he should not necessarily be finding out about, ladies and gentlemen. And it was a pretty interesting concept. Okay, this student, of course, he had his tripod and everything, and his camera, but majority of his video was shot on his phone, ladies and gentlemen, and it's pretty good. You'll be amazed about what things you can do with your cell phone, ladies and gentlemen. So I believe in you wholeheartedly, and I know that you can do it, ladies and gentlemen. And feel free to look at these examples as we progress through the course. Okay. The biggest thing, ladies and gentlemen, is to create a video that you are proud of. I want it to be something that you are aware of and that you enjoy doing, okay? The best way to do your PSA is to pick a subject that you care about, okay? So for this one right here, ladies and gentlemen, this one talked about littering and smoking. A bunch of guys outside, and then every occasionally they throw away the cigarette butts whatsoever. And it's just bad for society, ladies and gentlemen. So that's another good concept, something that matters to a lot of people. So 1 to 5 minute long PSA as it relates to an important subject matter, ladies and gentlemen. However you choose to do it is entirely your choice, okay? As well as example number 2, ladies and gentlemen. And this one's a pretty interesting one, ladies and gentlemen. And it talked about the plastic bag and how if you get a plastic bag and you don't litter it, it doesn't end up in the trash can. It ends up in landfills and all that type of other stuff, ladies and gentlemen. So I love these type of concepts, and PSAs are actually some of my favorite videos for students to do. So I challenge you and I encourage you to be creative with it, to have fun with it, ladies and gentlemen, and to do whatever you feel you're most passionate about. Okay. Once again, your PSA has to be 1 to 5 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, and talk about a particular unique subject that matters to you, ladies and gentlemen, okay? And the demos being shown are made by students, okay? So, be creative, have fun with it, ladies and gentlemen. I look forward to reading your treatment on April the 10th.